my channel. My name is Kennedy, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I achieved this curly half up half down style achieved with clip-ins. I know this looks like my real hair and it just turned out so cute. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then go ahead and just keep watching. Before we get started in this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and then also give this video a thumbs up. But let's just go ahead and get started. As you can see, I just started by sectioning off my hair in two sections. So I have a bun in the back here, and then I also just have a bun at the top of my hair. So now I'm just going to start by styling my hair in the front, and I'm just creating a high ponytail, but I actually don't want mine to be like too high. And to style this, I'm just using my even edge control, which I would usually be using my my style factor. I am out of that one, and this is the only one that I have. So now I'm taking my Eco Styler gel, and this is my favorite duo as far as sleeking my hair down. I usually only use edge control and Eco Styler gel, but the key is you gotta use a lot of it. I get that question a lot about how I sleek my hair down, and the answer is honestly just a lot of Eco Styler gel and edge control. And for this high ponytail, I really don't want it super high. I kind of almost want it in back of me. So now I'm just braiding this, and I'm gonna wrap it into a tiny little bun. So I have my bun here, and now I can go in and start to work on the back. So I don't exactly know what I'm going to do for the back yet. So I'm just taking a little bit of that Eco Styler gel and edge control, and I'm just going to start to create two braids in the back. And I actually don't know how to braid in real life, so these are going to be super sloppy. And yeah. Okay, so actually I'm just going in and creating a super sleek ponytail in the back, just because I just cannot figure out the whole braiding thing. And also, I'm not gonna be wearing this hairstyle for a super long time, so I feel like it won't be too much tension on my hair. So I have my ponytail here, and now I'm gonna go in and actually just braid this ponytail. Once you have the ponytail braided, you just wanna bobby pin it up, and this is just usually what I do because I really do not know how to braid, y'all. I'm actually gonna go in with one more bobby pin just so that it's nice and secure. And I'm gonna turn around just so y'all can see what it's looking like in the back. So I just literally have a braid, and I just clipped it up, and this is going to be the foundation for the clip-ins. So now we're going to start by installing the clip-ins, and I got these clip-ins from Curlsqueen, and when I tell y'all that the quality is so bomb, these literally feel so freaking bouncy, but they don't feel heavy at all, but they still look full. So this is just what the clip-ins look like, and this one has 4 clips on it, and I'm just going to start with the Wefts that have 4 clips, and I'm going to gently tuck this into underneath my bun and lightly clip it. And I think the key for this, just so that it's not too much tension on the hair, is you want to clip it in gently. If you clip it and you feel like it's pulling, then you probably need to move it. So just make sure you're careful about where you're clipping them. Alright, so this is the first row, what it's looking like. I just clipped it right underneath my bun here, and as you can see, it's nice and secure. Okay, so next row we'll be doing the same thing. And this tutorial is the definition of beginner friendly, y'all. No braids required, no nothing. You just want to be careful, again, that you're placing these in areas that are comfortable for you. And this style isn't meant to be worn for months or weeks. This is just a temporary style that I like to do. If I'm going out and I want something just for the night or just for a few days, the style is really good for things like that. So now I just moved on to the 3, and y'all, these are so full. I only used 3 clips, and already they're super full. And all I used was 2 of the clip-ins with 4 pieces, and I used one of the one that had 3 clips in it. And now I'm going to move to the one that just has 2. So with these ones, there's just 2 clips on them, and I'm gonna put one on one side here, right by my part. See, this one kind of hurts a little bit, so sometimes you just have to readjust it to make sure that it's comfortable. Sometimes if the combs are pulling a hair or something, it can feel really uncomfortable. So just readjust it if that happens. So this is already a vibe, and I cannot believe that this is less than 5 clips. This hair is so full, but I am just realizing that I forgot to leave out a little bit of hair at the top to make this blend. So you don't have to, but I'm just gonna go in and leave a little bit of hair out just so that my natural hair can fall on top of the actual bundles. So what you want to do is just not be like me, make sure you leave out a little bit of hair at the top. So I'm literally just taking hair from my ponytail and I'm just going to leave a little bit of my real hair out just to blend over those tracks. So just go in and leave out a little bit of your real hair. And this part is optional. So this is just what the clip-ins are looking like, and as you can see, I took a little bit of my natural hair and I just left it out so that it lays on top. And now I'm just going to show you guys how I wrap around the ponytail part. So I'm taking this clip and instead of like putting it in my actual hair, I'm going to be clipping it on my actual bun. And now I'm going to be taking this and wrapping it all the way around and just wrapping this. And when you get to the front, you can go in and just clip it right in front of the bun, and this is just what it should look like. I'm just gonna go in and wet my hair off camera just because I lost my spray bottle, and I'll come back on and show you guys what the hair is looking like once it's nice and wet. So this is what the hair is looking like once I have it wet, and it looks super cute. It's really bouncy. I am gonna put some curl cream in it, and I'm also just going to put some conditioner on it just so that my natural hair blends with it. So I'm just gonna be going in with this Garnier Fructis curl leave-in conditioner. I always use this on all of my curly hair. I really like the way it smells, and it does a really good job at holding the curls and just making them look like super bouncy and super wet and moisturized. And that's exactly what I wanted for this hairstyle. And Curlsqueen also sent me this brush, which is really nice because it really does work really nicely with the hair. So I'm just taking that all throughout the hair. I don't want the curls to be too deep. I want them to kind of be split apart, if that makes sense. So I'm just going in and I'm just splitting all of these curls apart. And I just like the look of, I think, a looser curl. Now I'm just taking this Fructis Frizz Serum. So I'm just distributing that throughout the hair. And I always use these products. If you watched any other curly hair videos of mine, I've been using the same stuff. It's just because it works, and I really like the way that these Garnier products smell, and then they also just do a really good job at like making sure that the curl stays and that the hair don't look like super frizzy by the time I step outside. So that's why I like to go in with the Frizz Serum as well. So for my actual leave out, I'm going to be going in with this Camila Rose honey conditioner, and I'm actually just going to do finger curls just so that this mimics this curl pattern as much as possible. And this is going to be like pretty hidden, so it's not super important, but you just want it to at least mimic it a little bit. So as you can see, here's my real hair, and then here's the bundle. And I think I do want to just pull out a little bit of baby hair. So I'm just going in with a little bit of my Eco Styler gel. And I'm mixing it with my edge control. And I'm just creating like a baby swoop here. And I'm just going to pull a little bit of baby hair out on this side. Okay, so we are almost done, but as you can see, there's a little piece of my bun that's kind of like sticking up through the top of this, so I just want to show y'all how I blend it. So I just took one of the clip-ins, and I'm going to be clipping this piece directly on top of the bun. And as you can see, now when I look down, you can't see the bun through the ponytail, so now I'm just going to wet this. And I'm just taking a little bit more of that leave-in conditioner, and I'm just putting this throughout my ponytail. Once you get done like wrapping around the ponytail, you just want to take the last piece basically that you were wrapping around, and instead of like wrapping it around all the way, you want to take the end of that piece and use this to basically secure and cover the little comb part. So I'm just fluffing this ponytail out a little bit just because I already told y'all I like more of like a fluffy, piecey look. Like I don't like when the curls are like this, if you see what I mean. Like they just like, they look too perfect. I like for mine to almost have like a frizz to it because it just looks a little bit more bouncy when it's like that, and when the curls are nice and separated. And I'm just taking my Got To Be spray. I'm just spraying the top of this just to give it more of a hold and more of a shine. So we are back, same video, different day, but I'm going out today, and I actually just want to show you guys how versatile these clip-ins can actually be. So I'm just going to be starting this video off by creating a low ponytail and back. I'm just going to go ahead and braid it and then bobby pin it up. So this is just what we are looking like in the back. Okay, so hopefully that wasn't confusing, but all I did was just create a ponytail in the back, and I left like the perimeter of my hair out, and I also just left a section up top here just so that I can create like a messy side part. So moving on, this part is actually the easy part. I'm just taking my clip-in that has 5 clips in it, and I'm just going to start by taking this in the back section. As you can see, it's going to be a little bit more hair that falls on this side just because of the way that I angled it. I really want to do like a messy side part, so I want to be able to kind of have like this a little bit more like voluminous. Now I'm moving on to the clip-in that has 3 clips in it, and I'm just going to clip this directly across right here. And there really is no like proper way to do this. You just kind of have to like feel around and do what makes sense, and you just also want these to be like evenly distributed, so just kind of like make sure that everything is nice and even throughout the process. I'm going to go in with one more of the clip-ins that has 3 combs on it, and instead of placing this one directly across in the back, I'm going to kind of do it at a curve, if that makes sense. So I'm taking this clip in and almost creating like a C shape here, and I'm clipping it on this side. As I'm clipping these in, I'm being extremely gentle just because clip-ins can like really give me a headache if I clip them in the wrong way. So I'm not like forcing anything into my scalp. Like I literally just clip these right on top of my hair. So now I'm just moving on to the clip-ins that have 2 clips, and I'm just going to take these now and start to angle them going this way. This is my left, this is y'all right. So I was like, this way. I'm taking one more clip next to this part here, and this is going to be my last clip that I use at the top here. And now I'm going to work on this side. I have one more clip in that has 2 combs in it, and I'm just going to place that right here and also in back here. And you just kind of have to like feel around for it, honestly. I wish I had like more of a blueprint or a correct pattern to follow, but I just kind of like map it out in a way that makes sense. So I'm adding one more next to that part. And for the last one, I actually cut the clip-in in half, and I'm just going to, instead of like putting the clip-ins in this way, I'm just going to put it in facing backwards right here next to my part. So technically, I guess this is like a flip over method. So I'm just taking a little bit of hair from this part, and I'm just gonna section it on this side and a little bit more on this side. And I know it looks crazy right now, but now we're gonna be going in with our spray bottle, and I'm just going to really saturate the top of this. And I'm just making sure that my natural hair is following the top of the way the curl is falling. And I'm going in with a wide tooth comb, and I'm just going to start to kind of like pick it out, but make sure that all the hairs are going in the same direction. So now I'm going to this side, I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm just making sure that my natural hair is falling directly on top. And I'm actually just going to be parting this section here where I left my leave out, and I have one more of the clip-in pieces, and I'm just going to be clipping this directly back just to make this section a little bit more full too. Now as far as leave out goes, I'm going to be taking my Eco Styler gel and running my fingers through the top of this just to kind of make it flat starting off. And now I'm going to go in and start to finger curl my leave out. And by finger curl, I just literally take a piece of my leave out and I twist it with my finger, and it just kind of creates a natural curl. And this only works if your hair is natural, I will say. And I'm natural, I don't have a perm, so my hair does kind of like curl up when I put gel on it. So this is my natural hair, and it's not going to be perfect, but it is just going to kind of like fall on top of that clip-in. It's a little bit more natural. And when I twist this with my finger, I kind of like to hold it, kind of like a curling iron, and I just gently unravel it, and that just usually makes my curl a little bit like more tight. So lastly, for my edges, I'm just going in with a little bit of this edge control, and I'm just applying it to the front of my hair. I kind of started this part here, but I just like to take mine and swoop it up and back, and then also right here, I just kind of like to make sure that this has more of like a sleek look to it, so when it falls, it just looks like a little bit more put together. And for this section, Like, I'm so random with this, honestly. I just apply the edge control, and I'm just creating like a baby swoop here. And I also just like to apply a little bit going back, and I'm taking the comb and I'm just lightly pressing this down and back, just creating a little bit more of a clean look to this hairstyle. This is just kind of like one of those final steps that just kind of like polishes it in my opinion. And you don't have to do this, but I just feel like this is what really kind of like brings this whole look together for me. And I'm just going in and spraying this one more time just to give it more of a bouncy look. This is officially the final look. I feel like it turned out so cute. I'm really liking this whole like no part, free part look. I just feel like this is perfect. It looks super just like effortless, and that's the vibe I was going for. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then give it a thumbs up, and then also make sure to subscribe to my channel. And that's all I have for this video, and I will see y'all in the next one.